2, 3, 1, 0. And life would be a dramatic thing if there was a me in it, if there was someone in it, and if it was real, it would be dramatic. I don't know. What to say, really. There's just nothing. This is not anything. You can't find it. There's just joyfulness, playfulness, every moment. But there's this layer of me for somebody, for some bodies, for many bodies. For many bodies, there's this layer of me that is added to this. And so it's dramatic, or can be, I don't know. Or it's not very playful. And it's not about playfulness, don't get me wrong. It's not about enjoying, but enjoying happens naturally already. So enjoying is hiding as not enjoying, is enjoying is hiding as drama, which makes it a very serious thing. And we call it life, my life, and I've got one, and it's a serious thing that I find this thing that is no thing, because if I find this thing that is no thing, then I'm free, which is liberation playing as as nothing, really. Of course, it's not caused. It's not even uncaused. You can't say that. I mean, sure, you can say that, and that makes sense. This chaos making sense for a split second, and ooh, I have a glimpse of nothing. So I have no glimpse. You see? Nonsense. Beautiful, joyful, meaningless nonsense. I don't know ness. Without the ness. Coffee. This coffee. This can't be found. This can't be anything. It's not believable. How would you find what's real and unreal? How? Okay, so how? That's just a mind game, okay? Don't take it seriously. But that still doesn't prove anything or unprove anything. But how could it be aware of itself? How could anything? There's nothing. So how could anything be aware of itself? So how could there be a someone? There isn't. Well, there is just the appearance of. And there's the appearance of awareness for an apparent someone, which is not something. So it's no thing. So of course there's no awareness. That's just a mind game, a mind trick, you see. There's still no mind to be aware of that or anything. So this video again has no purpose, and it's just playfulness appearing as playfulness maybe. But it was horrible to be someone. And doesn't mean that there is no one. I mean, but there is no one. But nothing means there is no one. And nothing means whether there is the appearance of someone or not, it's still not real, you see. So this very game of finding what is the seeking energy of maybe I'm getting there. There is less and less seeking energy, but there's still seeking energy, you see. When I thought that I could teach this, there was obviously still seeking energy. But it never actually was seeking energy, because that doesn't exist either. And so energy is what is, in a way, but it's not something that can be grasped. neither what is, nor what isn't, nor the energy which it isn't. Putain. I spoke French. Putain is fuck in French. My bad. So yeah, there's just this. And it's very laughable because this does not exist. Or it apparently does, I don't know. But it's still nothing. Bullshit. It's not sellable. Liberation is something that doesn't happen. How would you sell that? How would you do anything with it? It's not teachable. It's not explainable. It's not graspable. It's not glimpsable. All of these are ideas. It's not an idea. But ideas appear, and that's fine. But they appear. I was about to say from nowhere to nowhere, but where would that nowhere be? There. So, what would you get from this? Nothing. There can be a resonance, and that resonance is just an appearance, you see, because that resonance doesn't need to be, because it isn't anyway, and it's not necessary, it's not the apparent rejection, the apparent resonance, the apparent agreeing, all of that, the apparent understanding, the apparent misunderstanding, all of that is irrelevant because liberation isn't caused. Because, so of course, my God, yeah, there was, I wanted to make, and I might still make it, but I wanted to make a video about the before this and after this. But how would you make something before and after this? You see, that's the, and again, another fallacy. There is a story, but why not telling a story? And so the seeker, which doesn't exist, which is not aware of itself, can maybe grasp for a fleeting second what this is. And you see, this is never grasped, and this is not even for a fleeting second. A fleeting second is never grasped either, because there is no time and there is no space. But how would you grasp? I mean, how could you understand that there is no time and space and no realness, no unrealness? So it's uncaused, and if it's uncaused, it's nothing. And if it's nothing, of course, it's not real and it's not unreal. But that doesn't prove that. This doesn't unprove this either. Ideas. I don't know. I do know that I don't know. See, even that. Who would know that? Fuck. I could say I was stuck, you see? But even that's a lie. Because I never was. I never am. I never will be. So I never don't know, never know, not know. There is just unknowing. Appearing as whatever. Knowledge not wrong. Seriousness not wrong. How could you describe right or wrong? How could right and wrong be real? It doesn't mean that it doesn't appear, right? It doesn't mean anything, but how could that be real or unreal? Why would that need to be understood? I mean, and these are not questions to be answered, you see? So it's not even that there's no questions anymore, although there are no questions, you see, but this is just playfulness. Not real questions. There's not trying to grasp them. Answers are funny too. But they still don't mean shit. Oh. Nah. Can you believe this? No one wants this, really, because otherwise this seeking would be stopped voluntarily, right? I mean, if you could, you would. So no one wants this. This apparent someone doesn't want to die, but this apparent someone cannot die because it doesn't exist. So here's the catch-22. What do I do? Well, nothing. Oh my God. But there is no God. Oh my God. Again. So no one wants this. But this is it. And it's not it. But it is it in the sense that this is what's longed for. What happens is what's longed for. And nothing actually happens. And that's what's longed for as well. So no one longs, no one actually really longs for something. That would be the seeking energy, which still doesn't exist. So how could someone long for something other than this? That's actually the impossibility, which creates an apparent suffering, energy, suffering. But there is no such thing. And so feelings are never suffering. Someone is never someone. And no one is never someone either, nor is it no one. It's beyond all of that, but it's not beyond as in behind or again something to grasp. These are just words that are completely nonsense. Do you know what? Chaos. Complete chaos. There's nothing. But even that's not true, and there is no truth. It's very enjoyable to make these videos. A lot more now than, I don't know, 6 months ago or whatever. Which still didn't happen. Wow. Yep.